One quiet evening at a gas station, a black nurse and her young son stop to refuel on their way home. But their peaceful night takes a brutal turn when two white police officers arrive. What starts as mocking words quickly escalates into violent actions. But just when their lives hang in the balance, a pair of headlights cuts through the darkness, and the moment her brother steps out of the car, those officers realize they picked the wrong family to target. It was just past 9 o'clock on a rainy Monday night when Naomi Carter pulled her silver Honda Accord into Pump 6 at a dimly lit gas station off Route 83. The night was quiet. Not peaceful. Just eerily silent. Raindrops misted down in slow streaks. Not enough to soak the ground, but enough to give the blacktop a greasy shine. Sodium lights buzzed overhead, casting the lot in a harsh yellow glow that made it feel more like a forgotten alleyway than a place of safety. Naomi stepped out of her car with a quiet sigh, her body heavy with the exhaustion of a 12-hour shift in the emergency room. Her navy scrubs were wrinkled, stained from the chaos of a long day. Her ID badge, clipped to her chest, swung with her steps. Her face still beautiful despite the fatigue was drawn and pale, the kind of tired that only working mothers knew. Her lips were tight, her posture steady but worn. In the back seat, her 10-year-old son, Caleb, sat curled up with a tablet in his lap. His gray hoodie was pulled over his head and a disposable mask hung under his chin. His asthma always made cold nights difficult. His inhaler rested beside him like a lifeline. Naomi tapped on his window. "Just grabbing water. 2 minutes. You good, baby?" Caleb looked up and gave her a thumbs up. "Yeah. Doing spelling." She smiled faintly. "Lock the doors." 30 feet away, a police cruiser idled near the air machine. Inside were two officers, Sergeant Brad Keene, mid-40s, stocky with a crimson neck and an authoritative air, and Officer Evan Reddick, leaner, younger, with twitchy hands and a cruel smirk. They watched Naomi the moment she exited her car. "Check her out," Reddick muttered. "New Accord, custom rims, nurse scrubs. What do you think?" Keene chuckled. "Someone else's ride. Let's go say hello." They stepped out slowly, calculated. Not aggressive. Just entitled. Naomi noticed them right away. She straightened instinctively, one hand still on the pump. "Evening," she said calmly, but her smile didn't reach her eyes. "This your car, ma'am?" Keene asked, scanning her hands, badge, pockets, then shoes. "Yes, sir. Bought it last month. Registration's up to date." She reached for her license and paperwork. Her tone remained respectful but unwavering. "We got a report on a vehicle matching this description," Reddick said, circling around the car. "Here's everything you need," Naomi replied, holding out her documents. They didn't look. Keene just held them while staring her down. "You work at Riverbend Medical?" "I do. Night shift." "You don't look like someone who drives a car like this," Keene said. Naomi didn't answer. She'd heard the line before. Inside the car, Caleb paused his homework. His mother's voice had changed. Slower. Tighter. He felt something was wrong. Quietly, he pulled out his phone and typed a message. "Mom in trouble. 2 cops. Station off 83. Come quick." He sent it to one contact, Uncle Elijah. Then he swiped to voice memos and hit record, tucking the phone inside his hoodie. Naomi hadn't seen it. She was focused on Keene, who had taken a step closer. "You got anything in that car we need to know about?" "Just my son, 10 years old. Doing homework." Reddick leaned toward the window, cupping his hand to look inside. Caleb froze but kept recording. "That him? Looks older than 10. "He's 10, Naomi said. "And I'd appreciate it if you didn't frighten him." That's when she noticed the sign taped to the store window. "Security cameras out of order." Her stomach sank. No witnesses. No backup. Keene grinned. "Well, look at that. Just us tonight." Caleb clutched his inhaler. The red light on his phone blinked quietly under his hoodie. Naomi asked for her ID back. Keene didn't move. Then he tossed her papers toward her. They hit her chest and fell to the wet ground. "Getting smart with me, nurse?" "I'm talking to you like a citizen," she said, picking up the documents. "Maybe she's hiding something," Reddick said, glancing at Caleb again. "I'm looking at my son," Naomi said. "He's scared." "You're scaring him." He narrowed his eyes. 10 years old, out here this late? What kind of mom does that? You sure he's even yours? Naomi clenched her jaw. "Don't talk about my son." Inside the car, Caleb's breathing grew shallow. He gripped his inhaler tightly but was shaking too hard to use it. Naomi reached for her phone to call Elijah. Before she could dial, Keen slapped it out of her hand. It skidded across the pavement. "You don't make calls when we're talking." Naomi stepped forward. "That's my property." Keen shoved her against the car. Reddick grabbed her wrist, twisting it. "Stop resisting. Let me go. My son is watching." "That Brett? He's faking. Ain't sick." Caleb gasped. "Mom, I can't. He's having an asthma attack. He needs his inhaler." Keen yanked the back door open and slapped the inhaler from Caleb's hands. Naomi broke free long enough to grab it and shove it back into her son's trembling grip. "Press it, baby. Now." Reddick yanked her back. "That's resisting. Real charge now." Just then, the air exploded with headlights and screeching tires. A black SUV tore into the lot, skidded to a halt. The doors opened. A tall man in a dark suit stepped out. His presence silenced everything. "Federal Marshal Elijah Carter," he said, holding up his badge. "Release her. Now." The officers froze. "She was resisting," Keen tried. "No," Elijah said. "You were violating every protocol in the book." 2 additional patrol cars pulled up silently. Their sergeant stepped out. "Orders from command. Standing by for your directive, Marshal. Disarm and detain officers Keen and Reddick," Elijah ordered. "Effective immediately." Paramedics arrived moments later. Caleb was pale but stable. Naomi, trembling, whispered, "He saved us." "He did," Elijah said. "He recorded everything." Back at City Hall, the footage played in a quiet room. The mayor, city attorney, and police chief sat in silence. The video didn't lie. Neither did Caleb's audio. The slap, the wheeze, the cruelty. The press conference the next morning was direct, emotionless. 2 officers assaulted a nurse and endangered her son. They thought there were no cameras. They were wrong. Footage played behind the podium. The city erupted. Protests surged. Not with anger, but unity. Nurses, teachers, firefighters. Danielle's neighbors. Caleb's classmates. At trial, the video spoke louder than any witness. The courtroom fell silent as Caleb's recording played. The jury didn't hesitate. Guilty on all counts. Outside, the crowd didn't cheer. They bore witness. Naomi and Caleb walked quietly through them. One woman reached out. "Thank you for not staying silent." "He wasn't silent," Naomi said. "He saved me." 3 weeks later, the city passed the Caleb Carter Act, mandatory body cams, no exceptions. Naomi joined the new oversight board. Caleb returned to school. When asked what happened, he said it was loud. When asked if he wanted to be a cop, he said no. "A doctor. But I'll remember." Naomi went back to work. One patient whispered, "You made it easier for the next nurse who looks like you." Naomi nodded. Sometimes that's enough. A shift, a crack, and through the crack light,